Welcome along to this week's qualifying round strategy guide. We've just finished off at the Flying Scots GP and now we're back for another instalment of our qualifying guide ready for this week's GP. We are at the Circuit of the Americas. It's an F1 event again, so happy days. F1 is back this weekend. And after McLaren's domination, winning the Constructors' Championship this year, can we get you into a similar style and get you prepared, ready to do a blistering qualifying round? Now, we're going to be talking all things DRS, where to push, where to conserve. We're also going to be looking at things like what boosts that can be used at each circuit, and also your strategies, whether or not you're in Junior, Challenger, Contender, or Champions. We have got it all covered. Now, this week sees us having a big boost in play, and that's why you need to get through to the final round. We have the Eagle boost this week, and if we go over to the boosts, I should have some somewhere in here. Here we go. Tyre management, speed, and pit time. So, a fantastic boost around the likes of Jeddah, around the likes of, what's the other one? Silverstone. Really strong. And obviously you can use this at any tyre management track or any speed track as well to help you. So a fantastic boost up for grabs. That is why you need to get through to the final round. And we're going to try and help you. Now we're going to get you set up in the perfect way for the qualifying guide because we have got all 4 circuits covered. But let's take a look what we have got for the United States Grand Prix. And it features a 10% stat boost to George Russell in Epic, Rare, Common. You've got Turbojet from Series 12. You've also got Rumble in the Jungle having a 10% stat boost as well. So a couple of power unit parts as well as George Russell. Remember, this week George Russell is going to have some good qualifying with that 10% boost as well. Now let's go and take a look at the event itself. We mentioned that the Eagle boost is available and the sponsor task this week. We had race points last week for Legends. No legendary drivers are permitted for this week, but this week sees a sponsor task. Oh, we're back at race points again. Oh no, just when it couldn't get worse. Race points in Champion, +5. You have to use all of the assets and they remain at level 1 throughout the week. Contender, you have to use all of the assets and they remain level 1. Russell and Rumble in Contender. In Challenger, race points for a George Russell, level 1 or above. And race points in Junior for Behrman, level 1 or above. So it's all about race points, absolutely key to go for that this week as well. Now let's go and take a look at the circuits for your qualifying round. Before we get into the guide, we are going to be showing you the circuits of Austin. We have got Barcelona, which is in wet conditions this week. We have got Sao Paulo, which will be in dry conditions. And we have also got Spa in dry conditions as well. So it pretty much looks like that Spain is a very strong fastest lap track, as well as Brazil is also very decent. So this is going to be an interesting Grand Prix event. We're going to get you started with the strategy guide time. Austin in the dry. Up next it is a tyre management circuit, so make sure to pick your best tyre management drivers. That means you're going to get more pace from your car with those drivers, and your setup required to be a cornering setup, no longer a power unit track. It is a cornering setup for Austin, so make sure full cornering is going to be your best friend. Now this is a 6-lap race, so you can see our strategies mainly feature a one-stop strategy, but Junior, we do have to split the strategies so that you do not double stack. Now, the tyre managements there are listed as well, so you know what tyre management you need to run the strategies when we get through to the higher series. Obviously, we give you enough pushing power within those tyre managements. We're not going to expect you to try and conserve your way to free mediums, for example. You've got a lot of push in there too. So really, we've tried to build our strategies with a lot more of you in mind. Now, the boosts that are above my head for Austin, Movember, Saar and Nazar are the 3 highlighted best boosts around these circuits. They both feature tyre management and cornering, as well as downforce and self-control. Obviously, the better race track stats of the boost you use, the better you're going to be. Now in the middle, you've got your track map for Austin. You have got the 2 blue sections to conserve. You've got yellow for neutral and red for attack. But remember, if you're using DRS in Challenger or above, that back straight and home straight, really good for DRS usage. And make sure you change to attack mode down them straights. you're going to have to find somewhere else to conserve, but it's a really good way of attacking this circuit. Barcelona in wet conditions then. 10 laps to come. Tyre management drivers, cornering setup are your go-to at Barcelona. Make sure to match them off against what you're using. Now with 10 laps to come, we have got a junior, challenger and contender, which are all going to be running the 2-stop strategy, and obviously your recommended tyre management is there if you want to go to some of the higher tyre management available strategies. Now in champion, we do expect to be running a 5 wet 5 wet, but we're going to need pretty decent amount of tyre management to be able to go and do that. Now the boosts above my head are simple. Both of them include tyre management and cornering. We've got Movember, SAR, Nazar, we've got downforce and self-control. Middle track map, best place to use DRS is down that big long straight, but if you don't have DRS, make sure to conserve and gain your power unit there. Now a lot of attacking can be done in the corners. This is a good track to be able to make overtakes, and it's also a good track for a decent race start, so make sure you're pushing lap number 1. You can score some good points around Spain, but remember, it's now 10 laps. Off to Brazil for our next strategy then. We have got Brazil being overtaking drivers being required and a cornering setup now being required at Brazil. We have got 9 laps to come, and Junior and Challenger both complete with a 2-stop strategy. You can see our recommended tyre managements there as well. And then Contender and Champion, it does move into a 1-stop strategy. So obviously you've got the 4 medium, 5 hard and the opposite, and also into the softs. So trying to give you as much strategy variance as possible. Now above my head, you have got the boosts that feature both overtaking and cornering. We have got Copper and Herald are the best 2 boosts around here. We've also got Glitz, Cranberry and Ode, which are decent. Now the track map in the middle, you've got the back straight or the home straight to conserve your power unit, and you've got to be attacking through them corners with your power unit. But you have got 2 DRS zones to potentially try and take advantage of. You've got the back straight up to the start finish line, which is good for DRS. And so is that first sector, really good for DRS. So if you're not using DRS, conserve. If you are using DRS, make sure to attack those long straights when you can with DRS. Spa in dry conditions then. Tyre management drivers are required at the Spa-Francorchamps Circuit. So make sure you're selecting tyre management drivers, because they are, the higher the stat, the faster they are going to go. You also require a power unit set up at this circuit, so make sure to add your power unit parts to go racing around Spa. Now it is 6 laps to come, and it is pretty much a 1-stop strategy. Junior, if you're just starting out, most likely a 2-2-2 or a 3 hard. If not, you're in Challenger or Contender. 3 medium is pretty easy to use. Also Champion in there as well with the softs. Obviously we've got your tyre management's recommendations. You are going to be absolutely fine with them tyre managements. Now, above my big fat head, we have got the boosts that feature both tyre management and power unit. You've got Butterfly, Surf, Deadfast and Frost. Heavily feature tyre management and power unit. We've also got Iron Force, Pretzel, Dragon and Instinct, which also feature both of these. Now in the middle, we have your track map. Top on this track map, Eau Rouge, top of Eau Rouge, down the straight, incredible DRS zone. You will make numerous positions, so save your DRS for that top of Eau Rouge and straight. You can use DRS down the final sector, not as strong though, but if you're not using DRS, make sure to conserve down both of them straights. Now also remember, this middle sector of Belgium, it is so good for overtaking, so try and save some power unit as well for that middle sector. It is a good track for some good points.